Good morning, it's Thursday morning and we are running late heading to speech therapy. Good morning, friends. Happy Thursday. I'm at speech therapy with kids. I thought I'd hop on here, say hi, say good morning. I actually woke up at 5:30 and I could not sleep. So I got up, I checked on the baby chicks, I checked on the eggs, and then I started coffee and I sat down to wait for the coffee and I ended up falling back asleep. I woke up and it was 8:45. We have to leave my house by 9. So making pancakes was out this morning because there was no way I was going to get that done on time. So some of the kids had toast and the rest are going to wait on me to get home to make breakfast. So I'm going to do kind of a fun breakfast, late breakfast when I get home. But I'm going to do some jelly-filled donuts when I get there. So that'll be breakfast today as soon as these guys get done. They've got about 15 more minutes and then we're going to head home. I feel like I have been more on my game than I have the last few weeks because of my blood pressure and things, but at the same time I'm really finding that I need my sleep more than I did ever. And so last night we stayed up and watched The Secret Life of Bees, the older kids and I, and we didn't go to bed till midnight. But I mean, the second everybody went upstairs to bed, I just laid down and crashed, and then like I said, I slept till almost 9. And sorry, my leg itches. So I find it necessary to sleep, and I even napped yesterday and I was still just tired last night. But as a whole, my blood pressure is feeling a lot better than it was. I don't have the chest tightness or the tightness up in my neck like I was having. I'm doing a lot better. My doctor referred me to a cardiologist for a full cardiology workup, but they gave me 2 options: the office by my house in August or the one on the north side of the city in April. So I'm going to go to the one in April because the way it came on so hard and so fast, such high blood pressure and the chest tightness and things, I was really worried about waiting till August. Yeah, because, you know, James is a heart patient. If you've watched my channel for a while, you know that he's a heart patient and a diabetic, and he had a quadruple bypass, and before that he had several stents, and that was a really hard time for me, for our whole family. But for me, in the sense of trying to take care of him when he's always the one who takes care of us, having the kids and James in the hospital and the kids having to be passed around between church members and family members, and then him coming home and trying to help him feel better, help him rest, keep 5 kids quiet, teach kids, take care of him. It was just a lot all the time, and I couldn't imagine making somebody else take care of me in that way. And I know that they would, but I don't ever want anybody to have to take care of me. I feel like it's my job to take care of my family, not my family's job to take care of me. So I want to see the heart doctor, get the workup, find out how everything is going with me, and figure out maybe why it jumped so high, if it was just the stress of his wreck and just life as a whole, because I do have a lot on my plate all the time. I'm very aware of that. I have close friends and family and stuff who say, like, how do they put it? They always say, like, I don't know how you do it, or, you know, I don't know how you don't go crazy, because I've got CJ, who's highly asthmatic. I've got Mika and Bubba, who both have arthritis, and they have speech and learning disabilities, which is why we're here at Speech and OT twice a week. And then I have Penny, who has food allergies. And then I have Maddie, who's just like a ball of bubbling, happy energy and needs like a lot of attention. And I've gotten negative comments on videos before where people have said like, oh, you spend way too much time with Maddie and not enough with your other kids. But the thing is that I spend a lot of time in the evenings after my younger kids go to bed with my teenagers, and we watch movies and we play board games and things before bed. I try to have that time alone with them on purpose so that if there's things they want to talk about or things, then we can do that. But I don't film it because it's up to them. And if they don't want to be on camera, I'm not going to put them on camera, obviously. And also, if I was my son, I wouldn't want to talk about girls on camera, you know? So, all that to say, I try really hard to take care of all of my kids and their needs. And, you know, there's arthritis doctors and speech therapy and OT and arthritis eye doctors, which a lot of people don't even know. You have to go to a specialist to make sure your kids' eyes are okay when it comes to them having arthritis, because they can get uveitis and iritis in their eyes. And so that's a whole other thing that a lot of people don't even know we do. And then there's their learning difficulties. They have visual and auditory processing disorders, and so they have OT for that. And they have speech therapy because they need the speech therapy to properly learn how to pronounce words, not only to speak, but because when they read and spell, it's a lot easier for them if they could make the R sound instead of a W sound, and so on. So I have a lot on my plate all the time. I'm very aware that I have a lot on my plate, and I'm very good at compartmentizing. How do you say that? Anyways, I'm very good at dividing my life up by the week and going, okay, Monday's this, Tuesday's this, Wednesday's this, Thursday's this, Friday's this, Saturday's this, Sunday's church, you know. And I know I just take life one day at a time, and I focus on that day. If I know we have speech that day and then I have the doctor that day, then that's what I focus on that day. In the past, I've gotten very, very depressed because my daughter's arthritis was so bad that there have been times where she couldn't walk for 10, 12 days because her ankles were so swollen. We went trick-or-treating once, and just walking from trick-or-treating, she was fine at first, but then the temperature dropped and it got really cold and she started hurting really bad, and we went home and I had to literally cut her jeans off of her because her ankles swelled up so big that her jeans couldn't come off, and we had to cut her jeans off. And for 2 weeks after that, she couldn't walk. We had to carry her up and down stairs to bed, to the bathroom, had to pick her up and put her in the tub for baths, you know. And that was a very hard time, and it made me very depressed because I know that I passed those genes on to her. They run in my family, and if I focus on that, I let it hurt me. And if I don't focus on that, then I don't focus on that. I compartmentalize it. Why do I keep trying to say a word I can't say? You guys know what I mean. But if I just take it and I put it away and I just focus on today, I do a lot better. But when I let things get to me, then I fall apart, and I don't have time for that. I have 5 kids who need me. I have a husband who needs me. You know, if I focus on the fact that he had 7 stents and they told him that those would protect him from needing further surgery for at least 10 years, only to have him go back 2 years later for a quadruple bypass, you know, if I look at the negative in that, and that it happened 8 years sooner than they thought, and that who knows, you know, what's going to happen in 2 more years or 3 more years or 4 more years, then I let my heart break, and I can't do that. And so I do imagine that balling all those things up probably doesn't help with the blood pressure issues, and I imagine they could have caused some of the issues I'm having, but I do feel like mostly it was just current life stress with things, and his wreck and him being off work, and you know, it's just, it was a lot. And so I'm telling myself right now that was just it. It was just a lot of stress. But obviously I can't just have my blood pressure shoot up to 160 something over 113 every time I get stressed, because that's not safe either. And so I'm gonna go see the heart doctor, figure out what's going on, see if that's what it is, if there's more to it. I've still been having some random chest pain, but it's not like what it was when my blood pressure was high, and I don't have that tightness through my throat, so I don't know. But anyways, I have the heart doctor coming up, so I don't know where I was going with that conversation. I just kind of went 6 different directions there, but I have the heart doctor coming up in April, and hopefully it'll give me some answers, because, you know, I'm the one that takes care of everybody else. I don't have time to fall apart. All that to say, I've been working pretty hard at trying to do better with diet, exercise, water drinking. Water drinking is, I think, my main problem. I don't ever drink water, and every time I quit drinking pop, I drink flavored water, and I almost think the flavored water makes me crave pop more. So I've been drinking just plain ice water in my water bottle, and I think I'm doing a lot better with that. I've only had 1 pop in the last like 2.5, 3 weeks, and as far as like my calories, I have a number of calories I'm watching every day, and I'm staying within that. I've actually been lower than that every day. And I'm trying to eat more protein, more vegetables, and less carbs. Not necessarily no carbs or low carbs, just less. I did eat spaghetti the other night and stuff, but, you know, I hadn't really eaten all day except for some salad, I think, or something. And so I stayed within my calories that I was planning on having, and I'm happy with that. But I don't know. I'm trying really hard to lose some weight. I'm drinking about 7, 8, 20-ounce bottles of water a day. Not drinking pop. I'm still drinking coffee because I love coffee. I've been drinking coffee since I was like 11. And yeah, so I'm still drinking coffee, but I do need to find myself maybe like a lower calorie option for a creamer, I think, because I do lose a lot of my day's calories on coffee. But anyways, I have lost 8 pounds, so, I mean, 8 pounds in 3 weeks isn't a lot, but it's a start, and I'm happy with that. And I'm trying to make smart choices, like when my kids eat cereal or my kids eat oatmeal or something like that, I choose to eat like an egg and some veggies or something like that. But yeah, hopefully those changes will start making a difference, and I'll start to feel better from just making changes and drinking water and all that fun stuff. All that to say, that's kind of what's going on right now. I've been trying to vlog every day. Some days I do, some days I don't, but I am starting to get back into the groove of it. I think I've vlogged all week. Here comes Bubba. I'm gonna get off here because the kids are ready to go.
Turn around, turn around.
Do they like their house?
Yeah. They're saying, where am I? Where am I?
On the wall to get away.
No, you never.
You never escape.
It's in a car. He's driving around.
I'm out now.
This one's staring at the wall.
Just
It's like, where's freedom?
It's like, why am I still here? It's like,
Just get
hey,
out of my house.
this is my bedroom.
Let me preface this by saying this recipe was actually taught to me by the WIC office when I took a high-calorie intake class for Mika because she had failure to thrive. This is not something that I would normally make or consider making, and I only made this once ever, and I thought this is so unhealthy for her. It might be high in calories, but it is unhealthy, so I never made it again. But I thought I would go ahead and make it today just for a fun breakfast for the kids. Probably won't make it again for another 10 years or ever. But basically you take your bread and you cut the crust off. You put a big spoonful of jelly or jam inside of it, and then you push your edges shut with your finger. You make up some pancake mix and you just dip it into that, and then you drop it into hot oil and fry it, and it turns out like a jelly-filled donut. Now, when they did this in the class I took, she did peanut butter and jelly, but because we have a peanut allergy in our house, I'm just doing some homemade blackberry jam that I canned, so it'll just be like a jelly donut. But all you do is fry it until it's golden on both sides, and then put it on a rack so it can drain off any excess grease, add some powdered sugar, and it's ready to serve.
someone like you, an uptown girl without a single care in the whole wide world. But I don't wanna run away from you, 'cause baby I am done hiding my love for you. So please won't you run away with me, 'cause you can't control who you fall for. When the world is asleep, then we can be the secret life that we share with the stars and the moonlight. When the morning comes with a brand new day, then we have to.
The kids went for a walk to the pond, except for Miss Maddie, who is here playing with her baby chicks. But when they get back, we're going to start schoolwork. So I'm going to do some laundry swapping and kind of pick up from breakfast and get ready for school. Does that baby love you?
Yes. It follows me everywhere I go. Gets out of the cage and finds me.
My love for you, so please won't you run away with
You're making it so pretty.
'cause you can't control who you fall for.
Can we do one more?
The kids barely made it back home and it started storming pretty bad. I'm working on printing out Mika's reading lessons because she is all the way up to chapter 9 right now and she needed more pages in her binder. So I'm printing on that, and kids are picking up the house so that we can do a couple read alouds. And Maddie finally put her baby back into the tote with the other 2 chickens. I was planning on getting some school in today, but it just did not happen. I think we're going to do some read alouds before bed. We'll just kind of play it by ear. If you followed along for a while, you know that we do year-round school, so it's not a big deal if we take some time off and kind of just have lazy days where kids go on nature walks and make sushi and basically unschool. I don't feel bad about taking those days because I know that we are going to have plenty of days this summer to do other things. Penny is working on dinner, so she's made up some sushi rice, chilled it earlier in the day, and now she's making her sushi. She has smoked salmon, cream cheese, cucumber, carrots, and green onions, and she's just kind of making up rolls as she goes. She's going to chill these in the fridge until I finish dinner.
Right now I'm standing in the corner. I see you from across the room. It's kinda crowded here, but I know you see me too. Everybody's singing, oh, everybody's singing, oh. I don't know what it is about you. It must be in the way you move. Just say you want me to. We've got nothing to lose. You're looking so old. You're looking so old. Now I'm moving closer to you, and it's getting dark in this room. Tell me what you wanna do. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, baby, let me love you.
For our chicken and veggie lo mein, I'm just browning up some thin sliced chicken in my wok with some avocado oil. And then when it is nearly done, I'm going to add some frozen bell pepper and onion, as well as a bag of broccoli stir fry veggies. In a separate pan, I'm boiling water, and I'm going to boil up some fettuccine noodles because I don't have any spaghetti noodles, and I usually use spaghetti noodles to make this. And then I'll drain them, add them to the chicken and veggies, and add our sauce.
Tell me what you wanna do. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, let me love. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, baby, let me love you. When I look in your eyes, I don't know how, but it feels like I'm drunk on you. It's almost like you make me fly. And when I look at you smile, I don't know how, but it feels like I'm drunk on you. It feels like I'm drunk on you. It feels like I'm drunk on you.
I don't have the honey ginger soy sauce that I normally get from Aldi, so I'm using some Panda Express orange sauce for this. I also went ahead and baked up some egg rolls to go with it, and Penny just sliced up her sushi and added some sesame seeds on top of it. So dinner is now ready to serve.
Let me love you.
It's been 4 weeks since you called, and I've been waiting here for you all along. I've been waiting here for you all along. Where you been?
Thank you guys so much for coming along with us today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time with another new video. Bye.